or if you've been here before, then welcome back. My name is Suzanne if you're new, and I am so glad that you're here today. You'll have to forgive my sweatshirt and crazy hair. I have something to do today and I just wanted to get it over with. I have limited time because Eleanor is actually napping. She is my 2-year-old. She only takes 1 nap a day, so I have to cram a lot of stuff into nap time today, but I really wanted to, 1, get this done, and 2, film it for you guys. So today's video, as you could probably tell from the title, is going to be a complete declutter and organization of my pantry and then my fridge and freezer, but mostly my freezer. I have not cleaned it out in a very long time, definitely since months before the holidays were even here. There's probably things that have expired and things that can be moved around. I can't even put stuff in there and take stuff out without everything just falling on top of me. So it is in pretty bad shape. The same with my pantry. I did go through it right before the holidays just to prepare for all the extra holiday food coming in. But since then, it has just become a kind of dumping ground of all the groceries, and I know that there's things in there that can also get tossed and moved around and reorganized to look a little bit better. I do not have this Pinterest-worthy pantry by any means. I do have some storage containers, which I love. I would love to get more down the road, but right now I just have a few and I use those all the time, but I do not have fancy labels for anything. A lot of things are in jars that I have recycled from food that we emptied out of them, and I put new stuff in them. If you're looking for something that is Insta-worthy, this is definitely not going to be it. Once I'm done, it should hopefully look a little bit better, a little bit more organized. So I thought I would bring you along with me in case you have some organizing to do too, especially after the holidays. There's just so much food coming in and out of our home. It is it is not January anymore. It is February 3rd today. I would like to keep the momentum going from my New Year cleaning and move on into these spaces. So the pantry is over here on this side. Directly across is my fridge. There's just this door and a teeny bit of wall separating the two of them. Because of this, it makes it very hard to film anything for those areas. Here is my pantry. It's a really cool pantry because it opens up even more to fit more in the back, but you can kind of see I've got stuff piled on top of things, things that are going to fall out when I move stuff around, and there's just really no organization at all. So I really think I could do a better job of getting things together that are the same and just going through each shelf little by little and taking out things that I know are expired and moving things around to go with what the rest of the shelf has going on. So like down here I've got dinner stuff that's just overflowing. I can organize that better and overall just get a little bit more cohesive theme going on with everything inside of the pantry. And that is my goal for today. So nothing too crazy, just to have a little bit better system and have it to where things are not spilling out and overflowing all over the place. My freezer is definitely priority number 1 today. It has been so messy and I am so embarrassed that I've really just been shoving things in there every time I do a grocery order. There is no rhyme or reason. I used to have a system and it just goes by the wayside after a while, especially once the holidays came and went. So I really need to get this taken care of as well. Because this is a fridge/pantry clean out, I will do the best that I can to get the best angles that I can, but you might see a lot more footage of me actually just setting stuff on this counter over here or on the counter over here, because that's just usually what works best for me when I am filming these videos. It will be time-lapse. I know this is going to take a minute, so this is not a slow-living pantry organization, even though that would be fun. I will have a series of spring cleaning videos starting in a couple weeks, and when I do those videos, I plan on actually taking everything out, wiping everything down, organizing it maybe a little bit more. Maybe I'll have a few more storage containers by that time that I can get a little bit more organization going on. But for now, this is strictly just cleaning everything out and trying to fit it back in there in the most functional way possible. The same with my freezer. I will get started with my clean out. I'm going to actually start with the freezer first because that has been driving me crazy and I've been waiting to film it for you all. It is a gloomy, overcast overcast day, so I will turn on the light. Makes it a little bit easier to see. But the lighting is not great in here because it is kind of closed in and it is a rainy, overcast day. So I will do the best that I can. We will start with the freezer. I'm going to take everything out and start setting it on the counters. I'm going to be checking for expired foods. I'm going to be checking for things that are almost empty. And then we have a freezer outside as well. So I will be moving a lot of stuff into the outdoor freezer also. Alright, so I have a lot of ice cream. I'm going to be putting most of the ice cream outside. We have so much of it. One, it's very tempting and I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier after Christmas time. And also we just don't reach for it as often as other things. So I will be putting a lot of these into the outside freezer, but for now I'm just gonna set them off to the side. Trying to work quickly. Since it's the freezer, I don't want to lose out on too much time. I'll probably have to close it periodically just to make sure everything stays cold. I'm gonna try to wipe some stuff down. I just have some Lysol wipes, so I'm gonna wipe everything down as I go if it looks like it needs it. And yeah, keep on going. So in the interest of saving time, because it is my freezer, you can see I've already cleaned out this top shelf, this shelf, and I've cleaned out over here a little bit too. My organization system when it comes to my freezer is a shelf with like breakfast foods, a shelf with like fruits and breakfast foods, waffles and hash browns and that kind of thing. So I'm gonna do those on one shelf. I'm gonna do this top shelf with like food, so chicken nuggets and fries and frozen beef patty, whatever that it might be there. I'm gonna just start putting the frozen stuff back in here so it won't defrost. Alright, so and this is a container I have for the freezer. I'm going to put all the ice cream we're keeping inside. And here I went ahead and shut the freezer for just a minute so it gets cool. Anything ice cream wise that I think we'll be eating soon, I'll put in here. And then everything else will go in the big freezer outside. These are a bunch of ice cream cones, the little mini, I don't know, like Bluebell or whatever ice cream cones. So they can go in here. Okay, and then I have some Bluebell ice cream cups, so I'm going to put these in there too. These are just chocolate or vanilla. Alright, so this is the only ice cream that will stay in the house, and then everything else will go outside. And I have a few of these double popsicles, so I'm going to put those in there too. I'm going to start putting my veggies back in. I'm going to clean out these drawers and try to put them in there. My camera battery died and I've got to get this stuff in, so I'm just gonna keep filming this on my phone. I don't really think it matters as long as you guys see what's going on. So I'm going to show you what the freezer looks like so far. I did throw a couple things in there before I realized my battery died. So I'm gonna do that, finish it up, and then show you the finished product. This is what the freezer currently looks like. I'm gonna keep putting food up here. Food is like chicken nuggets, fries, frozen entrees, that kind of thing. This is all frozen fruit. On here is ice cream like I showed you, and then I've got breakfast foods over here. They're kind of blocked because this is a big bag of hash browns, but behind it is some toaster strudel, some more hash browns, and the icing. And then I also have waffles over here, frozen waffles, and some frozen cinnamon rolls that we made. This is all my husband's stuff. He freezes like peppers and stuff. So I kept those in here because I didn't want to throw his stuff in a weird spot and him not know where it is. And then down here is just frozen butter and an ice pack. So I'm gonna leave that alone. I've got all my frozen veggies. I tried to organize them, but I had quite a few. So these are just put on top, but this is all frozen veggies. And then down here is a few more frozen veggies. And then I've got meat and some lobster tails that are frozen. I'm gonna get the rest of my food in here and call it a day with the freezer. Alright, so it's not great. It's definitely better than it was before. I'm gonna let it cool down in there for a minute because it got pretty warm from me keeping the door open so often. So I'm gonna give it a minute to kind of regroup, and yeah, I'm gonna move on to my pantry, and that's gonna take a minute. So basically all I'm doing is just going through, I'm putting like condiments and oils and stuff up here, jarred and canned items over here. I've got a baking items shelf, which I've already had, so I'm just straightening it out. And then this whole bottom down is snacks, so that the girls can easily grab their own snacks if they want. And then I have cup of noodles, and then behind these, I'll keep going and try to organize it a little bit better. This bin is like my breakfast bin of breakfast stuff, but obviously some stuff is in here that's not breakfast stuff. So I'm gonna go through this really quick, make sure it's all breakfast items, and then relocate the stuff that just got tossed in here that is not breakfast related. Here is the absolute finished product. Now, like I said, I will be doing some actual spring cleaning videos coming out in about a month. So I will come back to this, and I'm sure it will need it by then anyways. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. Like I said, it's probably not a huge difference from before, but everything has a home, and I kind of know where everything's home is, which is always helpful. There's nothing really overflowing. I do have these potatoes down here, which I would like to eat those within the next day or so. So they're one, gone, and two, they don't go bad. And yeah, this is what it looks like on this side. A lot better. This breakfast basket was full to the top with non-breakfast things, so it just makes it easier to reach in here and grab like Eleanor's pouches or some breakfast bars. I do have these ice cream cones I'm not really sure where to put those, but I had room in here, so I just put them in there for now. I hate to throw them, they're not opened. I got all breakfast food here, and then these are just miscellaneous things here, and like snacky food, popcorn, and stuff down here. So, and then like I said, pasta's up there. The canned shelf looks pretty good. It's all stuff that we eat. I've restocked it. The condiment shelf is all stuff we actually eat. I threw stuff away that we no longer used or went bad. And then, yeah, here's this shelf again, so nothing changed on that shelf after I put the crackers and stuff away. So this is what it looks like. I would love to get some more of these plastic containers. They just help so much for keeping things fresh, and it just looks nicer too to have everything in these. So I'll probably try to grab some more of those, but for now, what I have works great. And everything else just looks pretty good. There's a few things that could probably go somewhere else. I've got like a bag of Cheerios and stuff. But overall, I think it looks a whole lot better. And I know where everything is, and it makes a little bit more sense to me. So that is what matters in the long run. All right, and here is the finished freezer. I thought I'd wait a little bit for it to cool down and show you. So up here, I do actually had a couple things I put up here. I can still move these to the outside freezer. I just stuck those in there for now because I wasn't going out there. This is all dinner stuff. Again, some of this could probably be moved to the outside freezer. Got fruit here, frozen fruit. I've got my breakfast stuff, and then our little bit of ice cream. The veggies are down here, like I showed you. And more veggies and some meat down here, which is, there's plenty of room, which is awesome. So at least it looks so much nicer, much more organized. I know where things are. Really, the only shelf I might give a little bit more attention to is this one, and just move some of these extra chicken nuggets and stuff outside. But I think it looks okay for now, so I'm just gonna leave it for now.